Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be testing out for you the new Equate Beauty Color Correcting Blender Sponges. And this is what they look like before they're wet. So I'm going to go wet them real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I wet the sponges and this one, it didn't get too much bigger, but I do like the way it feels. It's really squishy. It feels very similar to the beauty blenders. Here's a beauty blender. It's a regular size. I need to clean it, so don't judge me, but it is tan. So it's the same size as the beauty blender when it's dry, because this one's dry. But this one is wet. Now these little guys actually got a little bit bigger than I expected. But they're both the same texture. Feel great. They remind me of the beauty blender, so I'm really excited to try those out. So I'm just going to be filming a get ready with me video, and I'm going to be using this sponge. So let's just start the video now. I'm going to start by putting on my primers, and the first primer that I'm going to use is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I love using this primer. I'm just going to put it all over my skin. I'm going to do my eyes next after I prime, but I just want to go ahead and put my primer on first. That way it sets, you know, has time to like get into the skin really good, instead of putting it on and then right after putting foundation on. I used to do that, but then I started doing this and it seems to work better. And this is the POREfessional primer. I love using the Smashbox and those two together because I do have larger pores, so it does help. Alrighty, I'm gonna do a very simple look today. Nothing too fancy, nothing too special. Don't even think I'm going to use eyeshadow primer. I think I'm just going to use a concealer for my lid. I'm going to use the Maybelline Master Conceal, and this is in the color 30 Light Medium. So I'm just going to put a dab on there, and then I'm going to rub it into my eyelids. That way I get a nice space of something. I don't know why I'm trying to look at my camera on my phone. I have another camera that I normally film on, but I can't find my tripod for it. So until I find it, I'll probably do videos on my phone. Because, I mean, this phone isn't bad quality either. As you can tell, my skin is red. I did just get out of the shower, but I have some breakouts in certain areas. And the rest of this concealer, I'm just going to put it around my nose, because I find that, as I was saying, I find that it just works better if I put like a little bit of concealer and then put foundation on later. It helps to keep all of my foundation on my nose, because I have a really hard problem. It breaks up around my nose and on my nose a lot of times. But anyway, okay, so next up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Urban Decay Naked Basic palette, and I'm going to figure out where my brushes are at. Don't mind my brushes. I've not cleaned them lately, but I need to. I'm going to take this Anastasia brush that came with one of the palettes, and I'm going to take these two colors right here. I'm going to take Glow and Pregame and put that all over the lid, just to give it a nice base. Like I said, I'm going to do a very simple, everyday look. Don't plan on going out tonight, so this is just going to be during the day. Go to a grocery store, very simple. Go shopping, you know, hang out with friends, maybe lunch or something. This is just very casual, easy makeup look. And then next up, I'm going to use Commando. I'm going to use that in the crease. I'm going to take my dirty Morphe brush. I don't know what brush this is because I got it in a set, so it doesn't have a number on it, but I will link them down below so you can see what brush set that I did buy. So I'm just going to fluff this out very lightly. I have done this look with bronzer before, because this is just a very summertime easy look, and if you don't have your makeup palette, it's fine. just put some bronzer in your crease and a little highlight and you'll be good to go. Sorry about my dog barking. I don't know if somebody just came to the house or what, but she's in there still barking. Next up, I'm going to use Tempted, and I'm going to mix that with Faith. So I'm going to take this color, and then I'm also going to take these two, that other one, and I'm going to mix them together just to add to the outer corner, just to deepen up a little bit. I'm going to drag it halfway on the lid. I'm not going to drag it all the way like I did the other one, because I don't want it to be too deep. Because once again, this is a simple look. Nothing too, you know, dramatic. I'm probably going to clean my makeup brushes later. I don't know if I want to do a video on it or not, though. I could. Okay, and for the last part, I'm just going to add this color. This is Lockout, and I'm just going to put that on the outer V. Just to deepen this up just a little. Just lightly pat it in there. Don't want to put too much. But this just helps the look so much. Okay. And then now that we're done with that, I'm going to take everything and I'm going to blend it out. Just a little bit. Now I'm going to take a BH Cosmetics brush and I'm going to find a highlighter palette that I want to use, because this does not have a like shimmery shade and I want to put something on my lid just to make it pop a little bit. So I'm going to take the Tarte Skin Twinkle palette. I'm going to take this pretty shade right here, and I think this is Sunlight. So I'm going to take this one on a little flat brush. And I'm going to pop it right there on the lid. Normally, if I was going out and I wanted to make it more intense, I would use a concealer or a Fix Plus or something to make it pop. Maybe even some glitter glue. And bring out this, you know, a whole lot more. But I want it to be very subtle and a day look. So I don't want it to be like, whoa, in your face. But I do want to have some glow to it. So, okay, so that's all I'm going to do there. You can also add eyeliner to this look if you wanted to go out and maybe deepen it up a little bit for a nighttime look. So you can change this into a nighttime look if you wanted to. I'm going to go back in and get some more of that Lockout just to add over here and over here. Now I'm done with that, I'm going to move on to my foundation, and I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild foundation, the Photo Focus foundation. I don't know why I call it Studio, but anyway. I'm using the color Nude Ivory and Buff Bisque. I love these. I actually need to buy more because I don't have that much left. I don't use a lot of this foundation either. I just use very light amount. I also mix in the POREfessional by Benefit. It's the Matte Rescue one, and it's like a gel. It's like a green gel. I'm actually gonna have to buy some more of this soon. But I like mixing this together because it makes the foundation, for some reason, different and smoother, and it just looks really, really good on the skin. So I take it and then I just mix it all together. And dab my sponge on there. And I will be using concealer. I really like this sponge. I just hope that it doesn't hold a lot of product in it. But it feels really similar to a beauty blender, and these sponges, like for the whole set, was only $5, so you can't really beat that, and it feels just like a beauty blender. It smells kind of like, you know when you get those big erasers for school? And that's what it smells like. It's kind of weird, but I'm just going to add a little bit more because I need a little bit more coverage in certain areas. But like I said, I don't want to use a lot of this foundation because if you use too much, it will be cakey. So I try not to use too much. my kitty? Are you leaving me, kitty? I'm getting to my hairline. Over here on my ear. I do have a couple breakouts. I don't know why. I think because of stress and life stuff. Alrighty, now that I'm done with my foundation, I blended it, and I am gonna use the Tarte Shape Tape today. I didn't use it yesterday. I used an alternative, but it worked just as good. I'm gonna put this really lightly because I don't need that much. I'm just gonna add it in certain areas, and then I'm gonna blend that in. I am gonna use the little blendy brush, blendy brush for this part just to see how I like it. I'm gonna take this one and use it down my nose. Kind of cute. Don't know how I feel about this one. I think maybe I might like this one better because I know this is how the Real Technique sponges are. And these actually do get really up there into the little areas that you normally can't reach. I really do like this little sponge. How's it blending? Let's see. I will probably go back over with the bigger sponge. It kind of feels weird, kind of too little. But I do like it. It's not my favorite. I do like the bigger sponges better, which I haven't used the little beauty blender ones, so I don't know, this kind of makes my hand cramp a little bit. I think I'd rather use this instead. Yep. Okay, so now once I have this all blended out and in my skin, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin powder, and this is in, I think this is in porcelain 10. Can't read it. So I'm just going to pat this in and set my foundation. That way nothing moves and I'm good to go. Today I'm going to wash my makeup brushes today because I need to really, really bad. Now once I have that set, I like to move on to bronzer. I'm loving the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This was in my Ulta haul. I ordered this online. I actually got this for like $8. It was on sale. And I have the color bronzer. So I'm just going to put this all over the outside of my face. Just to give me some life. You know. I'm not going to contour because I don't feel necessary and feel the need to contour because this is just an everyday, easy, simple look that will last you. So, I don't really want to contour. So, I'm just going to use my bronzer. Next up, I'm going to move on to blush. I am going to be using the Milani blush. And this is in Romantic Rose. Very pretty blush. This is like my favorite blush. And then after that, I'm going to use I think I'm going to do my eyebrows real quick. I'm not going to do anything too fancy with my eyebrows. It's very basic. Sorry about that. The little brush got in the way. I'm going to take my Morphe little flat angled brush. And I'm going to take the Pixie Shades of Brow. Little mini brow trio. I'm going to take the darkest shade that's in here. Right there. And I'm just going to fill them in lightly. Okay guys, so I don't know what happened. I filled in my brows anyway. I don't really know what happened. My phone cut off. But Next, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. I really like using this. It is a really good dupe for the Benefit Roller Lash. And if you don't want to use your high-end products, you know, this is a good alternative. It works really, really well. Gives you pretty much the same effect as the Roller Lash. I might actually compare them one day in a video. I might actually compare this beauty blender compared to a regular beauty blender, and then also the glitter glue that I have that's from NYX and Too Faced, and then I'll just do a dupe video for y'all. Next, I'm not adding any eyeliner, not really gonna use any bottom lash mascara. So I think next up is my lips, and I'm just going to use this. I know this is kind of old, but I really been loving it. This is the Covergirl Oh Sugar in Jelly. It's just a really nice color. It gives you just a nice flush of color on your lips. Nothing too major or dramatic, even though it looks like it could be because of the color of the packaging and everything. I'm going to curl my lashes one more time. And then I think I'm pretty much done with this look. Like I said, it's very simple, everyday look. It doesn't take much time. It normally takes me maybe 10 minutes to do this. So you can go out and, you know, have fun, not have to worry. Okay guys, so I just made the video of the little spongy here, and I forgot to tell you if I liked it or not in the video. I'm sorry, I normally don't do reviews. I normally just do, like, the couple videos I have done were just tutorials of a look. But I really do like the sponge. I really do think that it put on the product really, really well. The little sponges, on the other hand, I don't really care for this one. It's too tiny, and it just kind of hurts my hand after a while of, you know, putting it on there, you know, blending in all this stuff. This little sponge could be useful for baking. It is a really nice sponge to get under your eye. It really did get in the little spots, and it reminds me of a smaller Real Technique sponge. So these aren't too bad, but I would more than likely just use the regular little sponge. So for $5, you really can't beat it. You get little alternatives. If you would like to try them out and use them, you can. But I really do like the sponge. It really does remind me a lot of the Beauty Blender. It's not very, like, when you squish it, like I know other sponges, when you squeeze them, they kind of have, like, a lot of tension to them. They're really tight. This one's not like that at all. This one really does feel like a Beauty Blender. It's the most similar one that I've found that's like a Beauty Blender. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to be making a couple more videos this week, so stay tuned for those. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment below. Tell me if you liked it, if you use any of these products or not, what products you think I should try. You know, pretty much anything you want. Anyway, I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I hope to see y'all again soon. Bye.